Hello everyone, my name is Calvin Rain and I'm the composer of this next piece, Sea Salt. I was inspired to write this piece by the ocean, specifically the Gulf Coast, which isn't something I get to see very much. I grew up in Oklahoma, so I didn't get to go to the beach very often, but when I did, it was definitely a memorable experience, and I tried to write this kind of encapsulating the feelings that I got from that. Even in the performance notes on the sheet music, I put in for the performers, I wanted it to be played, like a lot of times the performance notes would follow that same theme as the title. So like in the beginning, I said that I wanted it to sound like waves crashing in on the shore, kind of like big, slow, gentle crashing on the beach. And then by the end, when I get there's a big climactic finish, I said I wanted it to sound like fireworks bursting on the beach. So I was always kind of trying to encapsulate that same theme and follow it. It's also kind of unique for me because it's a little bit more harmonically interesting than I'm used to writing. I tend to be pretty simplistic. And so I tried to branch out my work at this time and try to play with some things that are a little bit more complex. And I think I did that satisfactorily. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, my name is Atesh Camurdan, and I'm a first year composition student at Swarthmore College. It has really been a journey for me and taking composition this semester, and I really was pushed by Professor Jerry to expand myself from sort of this comfort zone that I was in. And I think one of the best results that came off of this is the string quartet that I'm about to show you guys. This string quartet is a fugue for four voices, with each voice being, like violin one, violin two, viola, and the cello. So in a typical sort of SATV type of voice. And although I'm very used to tonal harmony and such, and there is sort of a tonal it's centered around C, but I really try to stretch the boundaries in a lot of the piece, and there are probably some areas of the piece which might even be a little bit more atonal. It definitely switches around a lot. And I think the result of this is sort of a fugue. It sort of combines elements of Bach and Shostakovich with each other. And I hope you will enjoy the piece. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, my name is Greg Boatman, and over the course of this semester, I've written a short piece called Waltz for String Quartet. So, from the very beginning, when I first set out to write the piece, I knew that I wanted to include a section that would be set aside for development work. So, I wanted to take themes and ideas presented at the beginning of the piece and play with them, work around with them, change them around and make them into new things. So there's a primary theme at the beginning of the piece. There's also a secondary theme you'll hear, and there are a number of motifs that get played around with and changed a bit throughout the piece. Another thing that I wanted to do was work with textures a little bit. So working with the 4 different instruments, I wanted to kind of create textures and interactions between the instruments that would be interesting and compelling. Finally, my third goal with the piece was to step outside my comfort zone a little bit and write something a bit darker than I'd written before. Up until now, I don't think that you could say anything I've written is really dark. So with this piece, I kind of tried to change that a little bit, step out of my comfort zone and use some techniques that I haven't used before to create kind of a darker atmosphere. So oftentimes when I was writing the piece and when I would go back and listen to what I had, I would kind of imagine a dark, maybe nighttime wooded setting and some sort of mischievous gathering happening. So whether or not that's what you envision when you listen to the piece, I guess is up to your imagination. But in any event, I invite you to sit back and kind of let your creativity loose while you listen to it. I want to send a big thank you out to the Jaspers for helping me and all of us grow and develop as composers throughout the semester. I also want to give a big thanks to Jerry Levinson and to all of the other students in my composition class for helping me, encouraging me, and giving me clarity throughout the compositional process. So a big thanks to them and a big thanks to the Jaspers, and I invite you to sit back and I hope you enjoy Waltz for String Quartet.